Hey, Commanders fans! If you think our team's off-season activity is already in full swing, hold on to this latest news. An opportunity that could change the course of our team has landed in Adam Peters' lap. And let me tell you, if there's one thing Peters has shown since he arrived, it's that he knows how to seize every chance. Today, we're going to talk about a shocking decision by a team that made a player available on the market, and how this could turn into a strategic move for our roster. And don't forget, in this video, we have 3 news items where we'll dive into the behind the scenes of the Commanders. Today, we'll discuss 2 potential signings and the Commanders' front office plans for the 29th pick in the NFL Draft. So, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything. To start, the name of the moment is Matt Gay, an experienced kicker with solid statistics who has just been released by the Indianapolis Colts. That's right, fans. He was cut despite having 2 years left on his contract and a good performance in 2024. And between us, this was a surprise for the entire league with an 5% success rate on field goals, and an impressive 96.3% on extra points. He would hardly be available, but he is. And with the Commanders' front office's recent history of heavily investing in quality veterans, I wouldn't be surprised if Peters has his eye on this reinforcement. I confess that when I saw this news, my fan heart skipped a beat. And there's more. Matt Gay is not just statistics, he has a presence on the field. In a league increasingly decided by details, a reliable kicker makes all the difference, especially for a team like ours, which is going through a transition and needs security in every position. Zane Gonzalez held it together last season, even after 2 years off. But can he secure the position alone for 2025? The truth is clear. Gay's arrival would bring competition and elevate the level of our specialist unit. And that, for the fans, is music to our ears. Now, let's connect this to the current situation the Commanders are in. Peters has already shown that he is building a robust roster with no room for comfort zones. He renewed contracts with the free agents who performed well, brought in strategic pieces through impactful trades, and now, with only 5 picks in the upcoming draft, investing in promising veterans becomes a natural pathway. And honestly, considering what Matt Gay can deliver, this could be the missing piece. And we know how small the margin for error is for a team that wants to compete right away. Regarding Gonzalez, he deserves all the recognition for what he has done. He came out of obscurity, stepped up after an unexpected injury to the starter, and managed to deliver good performances. But let's be frank, does that guarantee he is the number one without competition? It's hard to say. Peters has been straightforward. If there's a better option on the market, he will seek it out. And in this case, the competition during summer practices could heat up for the good of the team. For us fans, seeing this healthy competition only reinforces the professionalism and excellence culture being built in Washington. Another important point, we are talking about a position that has cost us dearly in past seasons. How many games have we let slip away due to missed kicks? The arrival of a name like Gay puts pressure on Gonzalez, but it also brings peace of mind to the coaching staff. And not to mention that the team is already eyeing other names in the market and even college kickers who are coming up on the draft radar. In other words, this is a calculated move. And if Peters decides to act, it's not a shot in the dark, it's a safe bet. So, fans, pay attention. This could be another smart move by the front office. And you know what? This shows how the new leadership of the Commanders is focused on modernizing, professionalizing, and taking this team to the top. And if you enjoy this type of content, hot news, and honest analyses, don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and comment below if you think Matt Gay should indeed wear the Commanders jersey. Have you ever thought about how it would be to have one of the best pass rushers in the NFL wearing our colors? Well, a simple photo on social media from TJ Watt, the star of the Steelers, is making waves, and it might be signaling one of the biggest moves of the offseason. So stay with me until the end of this video, because this story could change the course of our defense in 2025. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications. On Wednesday night, TJ Watt simply posted an enigmatic image on Instagram. He appears in his Steelers uniform showing 2 fingers. No text, no caption, and the strangest part, nothing else published on his profile. And it was this silence that sparked theories across social media. The Steelers fans are divided, and the Commanders fans are paying close attention. After all, could this be the sign we needed to enter the conversation and try to bring this defensive machine to DC? Now, let's think together. The Washington Commanders are in the midst of a defensive rebuild. The arrival of Dan Quinn as the new coach already shows a new defensive philosophy. And GM Adam Peters is not here to play around. We have plenty of space under the salary cap, high draft picks in 2025, and an urgent need to strengthen the edges of the defensive line, especially after the departures of some players. If a player of Watt's caliber is really considering leaving Pittsburgh, the time to act is now. But, of course, we know, the Steelers don't usually let players like TJ Watt go without a fight. They value their key pieces too much, and rightly so. But let's agree. When social media comes into play, everything changes. We've seen it happen before. A post, an image, a gesture, and suddenly a star player is actually available for trade. And with all the structure that Washington has been building, we really have the tools to put a proposal on the table that makes sense for both sides. However, the impact of a move like this goes far beyond the field. TJ Watt wouldn't just bring elite performance in sacks. He would come as a locker room leader, as an example of commitment and consistency. It would be a signing that would put the Commanders back on the radar as one of the best defenses in the league, something we've desperately sought since the golden days of the great defensive leaders who wore this uniform. Just imagine Watt leading the pass rush under Quinn's aggressive system. And look, fans, I know all of this is speculative for now. It's just a post without words. But if there's one thing we've learned from the NFL in recent years, it's that social media is indeed a stage where these moves begin. We've seen blockbuster trades spring from seemingly simple posts. And when a star like TJ Watt does this, without context, and just now, amid restructurings throughout the NFL, it's hard to ignore. Have you ever thought about how the 29th pick in the NFL draft could be the turning point for our team? What if I told you that Adam Schefter, the top NFL insider, has just confirmed an idea that we, the more attentive fans, have been suspecting for some time? In this video, I will break down everything that is happening behind the scenes with the Washington Commanders, the strategic role of Adam Peters, and how this move could secure another step towards the solid rebuild we all expect. So hold on tight and watch until the end, because this story could change the course of the next season. The truth is that the Commanders are in a different situation in this draft. After an incredible run to the NFC Championship game, the team now holds the 29th overall pick. Nothing compared to last year's second pick, which yielded Jaden Daniels, our young promise. Now, we have fewer overall picks, only 5, after significant trades during the offseason, which puts even more pressure on making each one count with maximum efficiency. But this is where the big advantage comes in. Adam Peters has a track record of excellence when it comes to building competitive rosters. He is keeping absolutely all possibilities open. Nothing has been ruled out. And as Schefter pointed out, the entire scenario changes if talented quarterbacks are still available when our turn comes. This turns the 29th pick into a strong asset in the trade market. And let's face it, with few teams having multiple picks at the top, every pick becomes gold. Schefter was very straightforward. If any team's still looking for an impact quarterback spots Jackson Dart, Tyler Show, or another prospect available in this part of the draft, the 29th pick becomes a key. That's because whoever moves up to that range in the first round also secures the option for the 5th year of the rookie contract, a huge advantage for roster management under the salary cap. And believe me, Peters is fully prepared to take those calls and extract as much value as possible. The move may not happen right now, but it is shaping up as a real possibility. And that's what fans have been picking up on between the lines. It's not just about trading for the sake of trading. With a reduced number of picks, the goal is to extract something that truly brings a return, to make an intelligent move, not an impulsive one. And if someone comes knocking with a favorable proposal, Peters, who has already shown himself to be a 4-dimensional chess-type negotiator, will know exactly what to do. And look, as a fan, I'm impressed with the vision Peters has shown since he arrived here. Just look at the targeted reinforcements he brought in during his first offseason, both promising young players and veterans ready to lead. The guy has a keen eye and knows how to build a solid foundation for the future. And with the new coaching staff under Dan Quinn, everything is pointing towards a reorganization focused on discipline and raw talent. Now, if no team trades up, the Commanders will still be in a position to make a strong pick. There's always the possibility that a talent slips to us, and in that case, Peters won't hesitate to pull the trigger. No moving up positions at the risk of draft capital. The focus here is on sustained building, and that requires patience and, of course, sound decisions. Once again, everything will depend on how the draft unfolds, and until then, every possibility is on the table. This flexibility is what makes everything so much more exciting. The plan crafted by Peters in free agency, the smart trades, and now this strategic mindset in the draft indicate that the Commanders are truly ready to make a leap in quality. We can already feel it in the air. Something big is coming, and if this move is executed with precision, we might look back at the 29th pick as a positive turning point for this complete reorganization.